This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Umaru, Sanda, Amadu. Tonight on Point Blank, you know those people who ask questions, plenty questions. And who did then? How many times do you go to the loo? Do you sleep early? How many hours do you sleep? My mother always complains to me. Those people ask you, they even ask how many intestines you have. Yeah, those are doctors. That's what they do. They have a room, they call it consulting room. But there is actually an interview room. So they went to Congress over the weekend, Ghanaian doctors, and in a very, very competitive election, they returned a president, a new president, in the name of Professor Dr. into bracket Med Ernest Yorke as their new president of the Ghana Medical Association. So we decided to bring him in studio for his first interview. Is this your first interview?
No.
Oh. Too bad. I was hoping, but this is your first in-studio interview.
It is your first in-studio interview. You're right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Umaru.
Listeners, he saw my face and he said, "I'm not well." Oh, he said, "I'm look tired. I'm not well. Prescribe something for me." What will you prescribe?
Well, I prescribe rest.
Rest.
Yes.
Thank you. My boss, I listening. They say I should go home and sleep, so I shouldn't come to work tomorrow. For how many days? Please give me leave.
It's not medication.
Give me medical excuse.
Excuse duty verbally.
Give me like 3 weeks.
Ouch! I won't do that. I have a responsibility.
Prof, congratulations. How
Thank
are you?
I'm all right. Thank you.
How is it feeling winning that very competitive election from the weekend?
Oh, feels good. Very competitive, as you put it. By the end, I think that the doctors knew what we stand for and that their interest is what we seek. As Nkrumah said, we never look left.
No,
all right.
East or west.
East or west, but we look forward. Great. So, that's who we are.
I see.
And the interest of GMA is what we stand for. And exactly that is what I'll be pursuing with my executives going forward.
Who is Ernest Yorke?
Well, I'm a Fanti boy.
Okay.
From Mankesim.
Okay.
That's where my dad from. My mom from Ijuma Kubisiansi. And apparently, Atufosin is my MP, actually.
Oh, I see.
So
not a relative?
Nah.
Okay.
Ankara to Michel, and I grew up in Winneba and matured in Accra, attended Presec. So one of your colleagues is...
that noise is good. People are stressing us.
Okay.
We're always talking plenty.
Yes.
Whatever.
So I'm an that year, 1992,
okay.
And I attended University of Ghana Medical School, and I'm a specialist in internal medicine and also as an endocrinologist.
What is that?
So endocrinology, we are interested in glands and hormones.
Okay.
So diabetes, for instance, gland swelling. If you get an infection of the throat, sometimes you feel that there's swelling here.
Okay.
You've seen these huge necks that people carry. We call it goiter.
Yes.
Fantifuana say form say compo.
Okay.
Those problems are what we deal with.
So you're a surgeon, you cut it? Or
no,
I
don't. I would treat the chemical imbalances in the body, including hormonal imbalances that affect sugars. That is diabetes. So that's my specialty.
You mentioned diabetes. Why is diabetes a new disease that is killing people and affecting almost everybody has diabetes now? Why? What is it?
It isn't a new disease. I mean, it's been with us for centuries.
Really?
As that
But
killed.
it's not that we hear about it too.
No.
Is it the normal sugar we eat, or where does it come from?
Well, it is a situation where your body is not able to handle sugar, simply put. But it's not just raw sugar, but almost every food source is starch, and everything that we eat is turned into sugar of some form. And the body is able to utilize it. But when the hormone that is responsible for ensuring that happens, called insulin, is either deficient or is not working well, then your blood glucose goes up. That's why we say you have diabetes.
But the numbers we keep seeing, is it a sedentary lifestyle kind of thing? Is it a lifestyle thing, or it is hereditary, or is something we are breathing or eating?
It's a bit of both. Remember now, when we're growing up, you had a girlfriend, you walked to her house, after speaking to her, she will walk you back to your place. You go back. There was no telephone. We did a lot of walking. Even within my hospital, Kolibu, where I work, departments. The Kolibu is a huge place. I've seen people drive in between departments, and so we're becoming quite sedentary. So that's one factor. So we are piling on calories, and then food is also a bit more abundant than it used to be. I'm sure we all are aware. And then eating junk and poor food. We think that we've come of age We are
We've
eating a
arrived.
lot of shawarmas, fried rices, which is, teamed with calories. So these are the few reasons why diabetes is coming to the fore a lot more.
Listeners, we are in a consulting room tonight because we have the chief of all Ghanaian doctors is my guest today. He's president of the Ghana Medical Association, Professor Ernest Yorke. And so I was just trying to test his knowledge on the medicine side, which is just shown tremendous knowledge in.
Before I've been accused of being a quack, is
No,
it?
yeah, no. Just I was just testing you, especially since you mentioned quack, you replaced the person who was appointed to the NHIS board, whose appointment became a big controversial issue. The lady,
Sure.
Dr. Daly. How does that feel that you came to replace another quote and unquote doctor?
Well, I think for me it's a call to duty, and when national duty calls, I think it's a privilege, and I don't think it would have been good for me to turn it down. It was unfortunate what happened, but I think that they needed to replace it with somebody everybody can vouch for.
Okay.
And I'm glad that lot fell on me, and I've been serving since I was appointed.
What is the status of the NHIS, whose board you are on?
Well, I don't think I intend to speak for NHI here. I'm a board member. Usually we leave these discussions for the CEO to do. But generally, I would say that I think it's in a healthy situation than the current board met it. And as we speak, we are not in current arrears.
Okay.
And disbursements are going as often as it should be. And then a lot more that the board is championing. We are looking at rolling out, partnering the Ghana Medical Trust Fund to roll out, free universal health for all Ghanaians and many others.
Okay.
I think I'll just leave it at that.
Your theme, and let's talk about GMA politics now, for your annual general conference at which you were elected, was strengthening public-private partnership for sustainable healthcare delivery.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the inspiration behind that theme and what it will translate into our general medical health supply?
So, Umaru, I've heard your story, very humble beginnings, but I think I can confidently say that you are now a middle class.
Hey.
Yes, you are.
But nobody told me.
Oh, yeah, I am telling you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Your
Thank
shirt is even tells us.
So this is vetted and approved by you?
Yes, I do. Sanctioned.
I accept.
And those, and I know that if you seek help, you probably would use one of these private hospitals as your first call. I'm not saying you never use public places.
I do callable.
And other private places.
Yes.
Yeah. So
maybe because of distance.
Yes, and proximity and convenience.
But I haven't gone to the hospital in a long time, so
God be bless your soul.
Alhamdulillah.
So the thing is, they are scattered all over the place, especially in Accra. Very good, reputable private places. You are aware of the CHAG institutions, Christian Health Association of Ghana. In many parts of Ghana, the northern regions, the Bono and all that, they are huge. You are aware of the private health diagnostic centers in Accra. You can mention them. Individual hospitals and all. And you're aware of the private health institutions, training nurses and all that. And we thought that there's a lot more that can be leveraged by the presence of the private sector in healthcare delivery. And so we brought various stakeholders. The Minister of Health was there. We had other experts, financial experts, to rethink and relook at the place of the private sector in ensuring that, the public good of healthcare is delivered in a way that will be meaningful to Ghanaians. And the public sector cannot do it all. And recently, you heard the minister talking about partnering private sector and retooling some of the hospitals. So he's asking for private persons to set up diagnosis centers in public institutions so that it becomes like a joint venture. In that case, it's properly managed, unlike the situation where the public just looks on for these things to deteriorate. How do we consider even siting of health facilities across the country? You've heard about Agenda 111, for instance. A lot of them are lying fallow. How then do we leverage on private capital, private interests to take up and complete them and grant them some incentives instead of tooling? Why can't we grant some tax holidays, for persons who set up in these deprived areas? And one of the agendas that I intend to push, if they import, say, a CT scan to serve a need in a very deprived area. Can you not give them port waivers? Or
even though they are going to charge
yes,
exorbitant
because you
fees?
see, you don't have all all of it to provide where and when it is needed. So the little you can do as a facilitator, being the government, is to consider some of these things. So we thought that we should bring these minds together, look at where we can even get capital, for instance, cheaply, some within, some without, outside this country. Let point people to where they can get affordable financing to be able to set up these things. So we see them as partners.
In fact, because of what you've said, let me just there's a hospital in Ashaiman. It's a 4-story building that has been put up by, well, it's not a hospital yet, it's a building intended for a hospital. It's put up by Zongo boys from Ashaiman who live Abrochiri, who have been bringing money back home small. They decided to build a hospital for their community. They have built the thing they are working on. They say they need small support from the government to complete it for the community. So I'm sure this is the kind of thing you're talking about. So voluntary private support, and the government should provide facilities and enabling environment.
Yes, and the situation of the CHAC, for instance, the missions or mission, the churches and all would build the hospital and tool it, but the employees are paid by government.
Okay, so give it back to them.
Yeah, so they are run by the missions.
Yeah, I'm saying, so what's your view? Do you want them to recruit their own doctors and nurses and pay them?
No, I'm just saying that it is one of the ways.
Okay, so that's a PPP idea.
So quasi, yes. Okay. So the staff is paid by government, but the facility is owned by the churches. Okay. And they offer health in a meaningful way to very deprived areas. So the situation you allude to in Ashaman, I'll be glad to, maybe you can share contacts.
I'll
we would try and lead them to places where we say that this is for a public good. It's not for profit. You know,
that would be helpful.
Absolutely.
Now, posting doctors to rural areas has also been an issue.
Yes.
Is it something that is there a solution to it? What solution would it be?
I think that the solutions are known to everyone. We need to really be bold, and grab the bull by the horn, Umaru. JMA has been part of a document that is lying fallow at the ministry, gathering that is called the Deprived Area Incentive, where it is proposed that those health practitioners that serve in rural areas, for instance, would get some extra income. Because I sit in Accra, privately I can work extra, outside my working hours and get some extra cash. But in the village, you may not have it. And they are sometimes work 24 hours. So why should all be paid the same? So this incentive is being proposed. It's in the document, but we are waiting for the minister, and I'm encouraging Honorable Mitanka, if he's listening to me, that he should be bold and revisit that document. And I'll be coming with my executive to see him on this, so that this is done. Because one, it enhances the proper distribution of health workers, and it also reduces the chances of people going outside. Now the young ones are leaving. Should
we say that all new doctors be posted to the rural areas first before they make their way back to the city centers? Could that work?
Oh, I think the way should be equitable distribution. You need to know where the population is.
Because you do housemanship is your national service equivalent, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that one, government has control over you.
They have.
Can government then say that all housemanship people or housemen should go to rural hospitals and serve them?
No, so they do 2 years actually. Okay. So the first one is in a facility that has a specialist.
Okay.
And so if it is a rural, there's a specialist, because you need to consolidate their knowledge, polish their skills during that period. But the second year is the true national service period, where the government decide that by a stroke of a pen you are going to Zapzugu or Wale or whatever, and you have no say about it. It doesn't matter whether they're specialists there or not. It's purely to offer service. And let me just quickly add, recently there was a portal open for medical officers, and when the application was completed, a lot more people are choosing the urban areas. But I'm aware that process has been pulled by the ministry, and to reorder the distribution to ensure equity in the distribution of health.
Doc, another problem, which for me is even personal, is the situation with foreign trained doctors, particularly Cuba. We send them there on scholarship, right, for 6 or 7 years. They return, and the deployment becomes an issue. I don't know if they are members of your association or not, but how you think we can deal with them, that we spend resources on them, they return, and a lot of them I don't know. I think there's this licensure exam that is written. It's like a blocking. I don't know whether
Yeah.
it's proper that we should be doing that.
Oh yeah, Umaru, you know, we train in Ghana, we know the quality, we know who we are. And you train outside, yes, we can have an idea what the quality of training is, but we can only assume. So we have our standards that if you come back, you need to satisfy that standard. And indeed, the level they are examining that is the final year level of our medical students.
Okay.
So it is a very fair exam. I've been part of the board of MD Medical and Dental Council for almost 15 years.
Okay.
You know, so I know what I'm saying. And it is not a punitive exam. It's just to sieve and say you are ready and safe to practice medicine and dentistry in this country, so that the ordinary person is not harmed or is protected.
Okay.
That's all it is. Unfortunately, some of our foreign colleagues trained find it a bit difficult. But the good thing is that now there are some midway training institutions that when they come, they are reoriented.
Refresher courses.
Yes, for about 6 months, and they go through.
Okay.
And let me quickly add that now even the locally trained doctors are going to write licensure exam.
Is new or
It is new.
so? If
It's
you finish, say, at the University of Ghana Medical School,
You will be graduated as a doctor from University of Ghana Medical School, but you write a licensure exam to be licensed to practice medicine and dentistry.
and this is a new law.
Yes, the proposal was made about 7 years ago, and the schools are aware, the graduating students are aware, and February next year, I'm aware that the first exam will happen.
Interesting. I'm
Yes.
sure they will not be very happy hearing you saying that they have new exams coming.
Oh,
up. But
they
of
know.
course,
They
if that's
know.
their field, then they'll do it.
Sure.
Now you have a new mandate as the president of the GMA. You were previously vice president. Before then, were you any other portfolio?
Yes, I had altogether I've served GMA close to 2 decades.
Oh wow! Starting
Eh,
from where?
I was the junior doctor spokesperson, and
Okay.
I served on the National Executive Council.
Okay.
I became the divisional means the regional.
Okay.
The secretary. I became the vice chairman, and I served as chairman for Greater Accra region for over 10 years.
So you are Ghana Medical Association member through and through.
Absolutely.
You okay?
Bona
Okay.
fide member.
Now let's talk about your mandate. So how long are you going to be this term that you have been elected for? Is it 4 years?
No, it's 2 renewable.
2 years.
Second.
What is your agenda for Ghanaian doctors?
Well, GMA is primarily a trade union, and so matters of welfare will occupy my attention mostly. As we speak, we have issues with our conditions of service. A lot of provisions are standing, and issues of, you may not know, about 30-month salary, which has suffered a lot of setbacks. Non-basic allowance, vehicle importation, duty that was scrapped by this current government. And I'll use this opportunity to remind the powers that please, I'll be coming to you again, because we engaged you even before the elections. This is at the heart of the matter for doctors, and they tell me that I should convey this information, that they are not letting it go. So please, let's work together to restore that.
Should we expect more strikes from you under GMA? You leading GMA, should we see more strikes?
I'm not sure the last time you heard us going on strike. We only use strike as a last resort, and we've been engaging. As you heard me say, we've engaged a lot with regards to our conditions of service, and now some of it are in the bosom of Labour Commission. We hope that it is resolved speedily. And last strike is the very last, and I don't want to lead strike, but if it has to happen, why not? But again, we believe in dialogue, and we are committed in doing so. Beyond the welfare issues, of course, we are also interested in advocacy, especially in the health space, to be at the table, to make our voices heard, and to influence policy for the overall good of the Ghanaians.
Your election was heavily discussed on social media. They say that your competitor was MPP. My own friend and brother, Dr. Justice Youngson, was MPP, and that you, by extension, would then be NDC. If it is true that you are NDC and you went into this election and won, and the government in power is NDC, we shouldn't expect any seriousness from the GMA, should we? Where you would take on the government.
No,
that's what they expect.
I think these discussions went on during the electioneering, and I think the good people of GMA decided that they won't buy any of those. I see those accusations as all propaganda. However, now that I've won, I'm looking forward. As I said, I never look east nor west. Looking forward. My colors are blue, red, white, which is NDC colors, not MPP colors.
No, which is MPP colors, not NDC.
It's NDC colors.
MDC.
It's GMA colors.
Please use the full word so that it does.
Okay,
so your colors are
red, blue, white
with an elephant.
No, these are the GMA colors. They are not MPP colors.
Your color is red,
yes,
blue, white.
So I'm just iterating the fact that I am pure breed, and my conviction is to serve the people of GMA, and that is why I think overwhelmingly the doctors gave me their money despite all those negative retorts.
Because you are a member of the board of NHIS,
yeah.
You are almost seen as a member of the government, and that's why I'm asking whether people can trust that you can hold the government's feet to the fire.
I'm not a member of government. Look, I have served on, I told you, MDC board for over 15 years. I served on Ghana College Council board under both government. I speak as GMA has sent me to serve on Ghana Prisons Council. So it's something that I do. I'm there on my merit, my qualifications, and my experience. And that is my guiding principle. And GMA is my focus. If I have to hold the government's feet to fire, I would. And you heard me saying and giving the caution about outstanding conditions of service issue that I said will be
So
engaging.
if there's need for demonstrations, you would go. If there's need for strike, you would do.
Absolutely. And I said strike is not our first option.
Okay.
But if it comes to the crunch, yes, we would use it.
What would be the approach of the GMA under your leadership when it comes to fighting galamsey, a big issue that we've talked about in this country?
Well, we all know that it's decimating the environment. There's a lot of pillage going on. There have been attempts to solve it over the years, but I think what has to change is the sustainability of all the efforts. There's a discussion between what do you call state of emergency. Somebody say calling them security zones. We are not experts to take sides in that. Let the experts decide. Let the government decide. But what we are interested in, would the measures that you are taking, would it work? And we will certainly, as civil society organization, will partner those in the space as well to continue to push and encourage that whatever has to be done must be done, and must be done now, because present generation and the future generation.
So what must be done? Because that's a debate now. Should the government declare a state of emergency or not? Last year, your association was part of the general worker unions that decided that they were going to go on strike if the government didn't impose a state of emergency. Now there's a new government. There's a slow attempt, or there's a lackadaisical attitude towards the government's enforcement of state of emergency. What would be your approach now that you are president?
So, like I said, I think I will restate that whether it's a state of emergency or calling the places where galamsey is happening security zones, we are not experts to decide which is right.
But you are the ones who treat people who are not well.
No, but we are not security. We are not security experts.
You tell us there's lead. You tell us.
No, there is lead. There's arsenic. There's cyanide. It's killing people. So that is our interest.
So you are experts.
No, experts in the medical side of things, but not in security.
Okay.
So if you call it state of emergency, it's a security issue.
Okay.
If you are calling galamsey sites a security zone, that is not our field. So we will leave that call for the experts to decide, for governments and the political parties to banter and decide which one is better. For us, what we are interested in is the measures that you deem right. When you start taking it, is it achieving results?
Okay.
So that's where we are going to police and make sure that they work. And we are going to do that consistently. Now that I'm the new person on the block, trust me, I'm going to be quite regular. And that is why in our first press statement, you find that we put that there.
We have to go now, but your final words to your association members who voted for you, any promise to them so that in the next 2 years, when you're going for re-election, I'll play it back for them.
Well, colleague doctors, this is your newly elected president, and thanks for reposing your trust in me. We are in this together. Your health welfare issues will dominate my attention, particularly conditions of service. But again, I cannot do it without your support. My doors are open. Kindly reach out to me anytime. But help us, engage the relevant authorities, especially in the health policy space, for our voices to be heard, and we will be at the table to advance your interests. So give me your support, and we shall succeed collectively. in the interest of the people of Ghana.
Your fellow Odadia Bernard Avles sends his regards. You people are annoying us in this country.
They pay you, Papa.
They pay now. They pay. They pay me.
They pay you.
But thank you so much, Prof, for joining us on Point Blank.
Thank you, Umaru.
That's
Have a
Professor Dr. MED Med. So Doctor Medical.
Yes.
So now when we call you doctors, and if you are the syringe doctors, we should call you the stethoscope doctor. We should add med.
Okay, so
if you are
the reason we added was because of quackery.
Okay.
And people who pretend to be medical doctors.
So that you are distinct.
Absolutely.
Professor Dr. Medical Doctor, that is Ernest Yorke, new president, Ghana Medical Association. Thank you for joining us on Point Blank.
Thank you, Umaru.
And I'm Umaru Sanda. Amadu, I did this with the Jubi Wiafia Kentem, produced tonight by Sami Wiafi.